Hello everyone, I apologize for the lateness of this vlog. We've been dealing with some technical issues over on the computer front, where we had to replace a part to get the computer to work properly again. So we're sorry for the lateness of this vlog, but we'll be back to our regular scheduled videos back on Monday. So, enjoy!
Hey everyone, I'm back. And yeah, I know, I didn't talk about the Halloween episode that they show at the beginning of October, because if they're going to do the same thing like Dino Charge, where they're going to play the same Halloween episode, they're going to play it again on the last Saturday of this month. So it's kind of like pointless to do the video and then just null it when it gets to that. So I'm going to do that Grave Robber episode on the last Saturday, but if I'm wrong, I guess it's a double vlog episode. So let's just move on with our presidential episode. Which, okay. The monster of the week, Foam Panzi, he was best suited for this situation because if it was like any other type of situation needed, he would be screwed over for his whole big plan. I'm just getting on with the monster because I have a lot of gripe with him. Because it feels like he needed the Rangers to be in this situation for his plan to work. Because what are the odds of the Rangers starting to hate each other when all he was not more than a way to separate them? But let's get started. With our episode focusing more heavily on Calvin and Haley, with how relationships are. Calvin promised to pick Haley up to take them to school, but he woke up late. And because of a broken promise, Haley's a little irked about it. Which is understandable because of the fact that you've made a promise and you failed to live it up, even though Calvin just overslept. Which is a reasonable understanding. She calls me irresponsible, he does the same thing, and at the exact same moment, the school is doing student body president, which... You ever hate those types of episodes when it deals with the political system of school districts? No offense, when I was in high school, we didn't have student body president because we all know that the moment we seen who the student body president was, we would have made fun of them or called them a massive tool for being a puppet for the school district. But anyway, yeah, they're doing that. Both Calvin and Haley want to become president just to prove they're responsible. And the current student body president was Victor. And he's going to cheat in a different way. Usually when it's types of these cheating, he would have more likely stuffed the ballot box, but nope. He's going to make those two get in trouble to the point where they're both booted off of the election campaign, and Victor would win. That's the whole thing. Like I said, if Foam Pansy's idea of the Rangers going at each other wouldn't have happened like that, he would have been screwed over. For how the whole political election was going to go, for Team Calvin, we have Sarah and Brody. And for Team Haley, we have Preston and Levi, which is okay. This is the first seeing the two brothers going against each other this time. They began doing their political campaign, while at the same time, Foam Pansy is basically gathering their voices. He just needs to hear a sample of their voice, and then he can make his own speech pattern for them. Okay? That's a little... So, yeah, it goes like that. They did have a fight beforehand, but it's like, he just needed them to get the voices. And at the same time, his whole thing was, he uses a voice, they look, and shockwave blast launching them. That's it, mostly. Then begins our political campaign. Both sides are doing a decent job, and then they resort to using desserts. Using Haley's mother's cooking. Okay, I don't know anything about Calvin's family. What, his family's not skilled in cooking? Because we don't know anything about Calvin's family, and we get the fact that Haley has a mother who's a skilled cook. Because Calvin asked Haley's mother to make cupcakes for his political campaign, and Haley does the same thing with a giant cake. Throughout this whole political thing, Victor and Monty rigged the system of doing this. Monty put hot sauce on all the cupcakes, and Victor did a food fight thing. Scream food fight, and people start throwing cupcakes and cake everywhere, which got them in trouble, and both sides are basically hating each other. And then begins Foam Pansy's idea. He calls the Rangers, using one of the other voices, saying they know what happened about the whole food fight incident. They come to that area. Foam Pansy does some weird vine technique, run and do a hit by. Then he captures the Rangers, steals the Power Star, and that's it. His plan would have worked until it got to Haley getting the call. She's about to start walking over and runs into Mick. And you know that whole lesson. Do you think he would be a type of person who would do this? She starts having some doubts because her impression's about to leave until they ran into Levi. And then Levi receives a phone call at the exact same moment, and it was from Haley. Which, if Levi didn't stop to see Haley, he wouldn't have received the call, they wouldn't get suspicious, and then begins their whole stopping Foam Pansy. I'm trying to remember everything, I'm sorry. They decide to split into two teams. Haley and Levi fight the monster, and Preston goes rescues the other Rangers. He rescues them while Haley is trying to make Foam Pansy fall into a pitfall, which doesn't work, but so she decides to fall in one and rise up smacking him. All the Rangers show up. They all morph. They do the fighting, and when Foam Pansy was going to try to do that whole tricking you with the voice thing again, instead, they sucker punched him in the face. And then when they beat him, this was a cruel moment. They decided how they wanted to finish him off. Yeah, they did their mass combo, but still, it's kind of cruel when the Rangers deciding, so how should we finish off this monster? So it actually questions, the Rangers must be getting a little bit of sadistic moments at these times. They do the finishing move, voila, Foam Pansy's dead, giant monster battle. He starts firing a sound wave at them while they're trying to form their Zords. But thanks to Haley's Kodiak Zords barking, it neutralizes Foam Pansy's sound wave attack. Okay, I know dogs are loud barkers, but they can counteract. I'm just questioning the logic. They're able to counter long enough for them to turn into the Megazord, finish off Foam Pansy, and yeah, battle's over. And for our presidential run, they both apologize to each other. Everyone's all saying they're sorry, and Calvin and Haley decides to drop out the election. Too bad at the exact same moment, Victor and Monty had a water balloon trap. For whoever got elected, they were going to walk on stage and a pile of water balloons would have beamed them. If that was supposed to get them get Haley or Calvin in trouble, I don't get it. So it would have just been the one who got the other one in trouble. So if Haley won and they dropped it, that means Calvin will be to blame, or vice versa. Whatever. Because of the fact that they both dropped out, Victor won the presidential election. And because of the fact that it required two people for the water balloon trap, Monty basically let go and all the water balloons land on Victor. Well, at least he got his comeuppance at that. Like I said, this episode, I get what they were trying to do. The monster was just needed for this situation because of it. Any other type, he would have been screwed over. And the fact that it was Victor and Monty that needed to do the whole food fight hot sauce situation just to get the whole powder cake to ready to explode for the Rangers to all start hating each other. But besides that, it was more on luck. Sorry about the light, it just flickered a little. But let's get on with the yokai fact. The monster of the week, Foam Pansy, is based off the yokai, the Yamabiko, which is a dog-monkey hybrid creature usually found in mountains and valleys. The problem is the fact that people barely see the creature, so they just took a shot in the dark of what it could look like. And they do know it exists because they've usually been hearing echoes throughout the areas, going from mysterious noises, natural sounds, even human voices. So basically it's the equivalency of an echo. Not that echo. That would be the best suited situation. So yeah, it's more of an explanation of how do they heard echo voices throughout the area.
Hopefully they'll do a better job in the next episode. So then all I can say is this is Rasa signing out.
Thank you for watching the channel. If you want to watch more, click on the left or right annotations to see different videos. Or if you want to see videos in the future, subscribe to the channel. Till then,